Hello, my creative and crafty friends. This is Gloria Plunkett with Designs by Gloria, here to share with you this cute little turkey place card for your Thanksgiving dinner table. I thought it was pretty cute the way it turned out. I hope you agree too. It stands perfectly straight on your dining table, and on the inside you can write a little message to whoever it is that you've invited to your Thanksgiving dinner. And you pull this little tab here and you get to the goodies on the inside. So let me show you how to quickly pull this together. It's not that time consuming, just takes a few little items, and I'll share that with you now. It's got a cute little bow there as well. Just want to see if you can see that up close. All right, let's get started. So we are going to start with a 4 1/4 by 7-inch piece of, well, I did early espresso, but you could use soft suede or whatever you like. Then I took this little die from the Snow Globe Scenes, this die set, and I positioned this right in the center and then ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I still haven't gotten used to that. Sorry about that. I ran it through, and this is what I got. I scored it at 3 1/2. I'm going to use my bone folder because I like to have a nice crisp fold. Okay, so I did that. Then I used one of our Snow Globe shakers. This is what I do when I've got a bunch of boxes and I want to make sure I use the one that I've already opened up. So that's why you see a little check mark on there. So we're going to pull one of these out of here. I ordered a lot of them when they came out last year because I want to make sure I didn't run out, and I was planning to use this even after it retired, so I loaded up on these. So set that aside. And then what I did was I came over here and I just trimmed around where the adhesive is. It's pretty strong adhesive, so you really, you can leave it. I just wanted to trim it so that it would not show up on my little tab where I'm going to show you in a minute where I add my candy. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to pull up this little piece on the top. I should show you my prototypes. I messed this up so many times. I couldn't get the little globe on straight, and then I thought, okay, well, let's do this way. This worked out pretty good. So I made sure it's nice and straight. Then I just made sure that adhesive was nicely pressed against the edge of my little globe. And there you have it. Okay, so now the project looks like this. So you don't need a whole lot in there. All right. Then what I did was I'm going to add this little flap in here, this little piece in here, not a flap, this piece in here, because I plan to write a little something to my guests and just thank them for attending. I've got so far I think there's going to be 15 of us for Thanksgiving dinner. Most of those are family, my children and their spouses and my grandchildren. I've got about 2 couples that are friends that are coming over as well, but mostly family. Okay, so then I cut out this piece of cardstock, and let me see, I forgot to measure. I'll have a PDF file tutorial for you so you can download it and save it for later if you want to use it. And this is going to be cut at 3 inches by 3 1/4 inches. And I took the 1 1/2 inch punch and gave it a little tab there. So I'm going to add this on the back here of my card. You see there's a little hole there, but that won't matter once we put our tab in there. So now I'm going to come over with my 1 1/2 inch punch, and I'm going to come in here and line it up right to the edge of my punch. And it really doesn't matter if you get it in the center. This is just to make a spot for your goodies to go in. All right, so now I'm going to add some adhesive. I'm going to leave that cover on the adhesive. You could take it off and then use your, if you have the old, oh, what's the name of it? Embossing Buddy, to take the adhesive off. I figured I'd just leave it on there. It's not going to hurt anything. So I'm just going right on the edge with my multi-purpose liquid glue. I put it in this container because I like to get a nice thin line. Then I'm going to add this right here. Like I said, don't worry about this showing. We're going to cover that up in a minute. I'm going to press to make sure that it sticks on there. You can certainly skip the little tab here if you don't want to see that. That personally doesn't bother me. I just want to press with your bone folder, make sure that sticks really well. Okay, so we have that. Then I cut this little tab at 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 inches, and this is going to go here. That'll be your little trap door where your treats are going to be coming out of once you load it. So what I did was I had these leftover M&Ms from Halloween. I think they sell some that don't have a lot of the like the blue and stuff. They're more fall colors, but I'm being frugal. I had these, so I thought I'd use them up. Try not to use many of the blue, maybe one to add a little bit of color. Just kind of make sure they fit in there nicely. Then I'll add my little tab in here, and I like to pull it up just a little bit because we got a lot of candy in there. Okay, so that's the outside. I mean, that's your little holder to keep your candy in there. This is where you would write your message if you choose to do so. Next thing I did was using the Stitched Leaves die. I went ahead and used this leaf. I added a piece of Scotch tape there to keep those together, so when I cut them, it would not only cut the outside of the leaf, but emboss the center. And I only needed these 3 leaves right here, so I like to be frugal. I didn't use the whole, or cut out the whole leaf and then go back and remove 2. I just made sure I had enough to cut those 3 little leaves. I cut out a piece of scrap cardstock, and I used this little piece from the snow globe dies, and I put it on there, and I cut out that little template here so that I could use my pencil. And I wanted to make sure that these leaves curved well around the little globe. So I cut out my little template, and I brought my little template over here and placed it right, let me get close here, right where this little curve and this little curve meet, and then placed it right there, and then I just drew a little pencil line. And I'm going to do that for all 3 leaves. Here I used cherry cobbler, crushed curry, and Cajun craze. You can obviously use whatever color fits your tablescape or that you like. So this is going to go here, and it's just ever so slightly. So now I'm going to take my paper snips and just follow that pencil line, and it's going to give me the perfect little curve to fit around my snow globe. There we go. What I also did on these leaves was I sponged the edges with the coordinating ink. So this is Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, and Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, and Crushed Curry. I did not sponge these, as you can see. I think I like it better sponged. So now I'm going to take, I use this trio punch, this little piece here, for the eyes. And then for the wattle, I used this little piece right here from the whale punch. So that worked out pretty good. So all I'm going to do is put a little adhesive dots here and here. Googly eyes would be cute as well. We don't have any small little punches, or I couldn't find anything that kind of gave me some cute eyes. Maybe you have something in your stash that you can use. Okay. For the beak, I just took a piece of cardstock and my paper snips, and just right on the corner, I cut that out. And I'm going to use that for his little beak. Right there. He's cute. I think my guests and my grandchildren are going to love this. They're going to love it, because they love to see stuff like this. Then I'm going to take this little piece from the whale punch. I'm going to add it right here to the side of his little beak. Then I forgot to get my Stampin' Write marker out, so I found this Sharpie right quick. So I'm just going to draw some little eyeballs here. Then using my chalk marker, I'm going to add just a little C on either side. Give him a little cute face there. Oh, the other thing I did was I used this marker and I gave it little lashes. I guess mine's going to be girl turkey. Thought that was kind of cute. Then I came up here and added some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of the head. Where did I put them? Here they are. To the back of the head. Take the tabs off that. And I centered it on the little globe here. Thought that was cute. Then I typed and printed out all of the names that are attending dinner for Thanksgiving, and I went ahead and printed them out and then trimmed them. This is 3/4 inch by, this particular name is only 2 inches. So it depends on how long their name was, how long their little tab's going to be. So this is going to go here. I added some Stampin' Dimensionals along the back. And I centered this on the front of my card. And then the last thing I did, oh no, second to the last, I still have to show you one more thing. I took the holiday rhinestones and I picked out, let's see, I think I'm going to go ahead and use red for Dawn. I use crushed curry on the other card. Up. And just place one on either side of their name. Just for a little bling. Because I love me some bling. And then the last thing I did was I felt like the head needed a little something. So I took this piece that I had extra from my wreath builder die. And I thought, why waste that? Let me go ahead and use it. And so all I did was put a little bit of adhesive here. I cut this out. And I stuck it behind the little head. Pushed it down a little bit, make sure it's stuck. And there you have it. How fun and how simple is that? Write your little message. Give them some treats that they can eat after dinner. And that's a little keepsake they can take home. Oh, the other thing I did too was I took the leaves and I give them a little bend just to give them some dimension. Make sure you hold the leaf on the bottom so it doesn't tear. Okay, and there you have it. That's Dawn Cooks. That's Mary Cooks. I hope you'll give this a try and let me know if you did. And I will see you on the next video. Love y'all. Be safe.